Hi guys, as promised, we're going to be doing a preview of the NBA Finals, and we're going to start in the Western Conference with the number one seed, Oklahoma City Thunder. So, what does the number one seed actually mean? Well, it means that they finished the regular season, so the league phase of the NBA, in first position on the log, and they get the first seed, which means the easier matchups, they get the home court advantage, and so on. So, to get to this point in the NBA Finals, the Oklahoma City Thunder went through 3 rounds. In the first round, they beat the 8th seed Memphis Grizzlies, who have players like Ja Morant in their lineup. They beat them 4-0, which is called a sweep. For those of you that aren't familiar with the basketball terms, it was pretty simple. OKC just way too strong for the Memphis Grizzlies. Then in the next round, they came up against perennial MVP, former champion Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets, who also have Russell Westbrook that used to play for the OKC Thunder back in the day, and a couple of other really, really good players like Jamal Murray from Canada as well. And it was a fantastic series, hard fought. The Nuggets pushed them all the way to 7 games, and ultimately the OKC Thunder prevailed, winning 4 games to 3. It also was a matchup between two MVP candidates, which Shai Gilgeous-Alexander won. Being from OKC Thunder, he overthrew basically Nikola Jokic, who was the other front runner for the MVP award. Thereafter, they end up in what we call the conference finals, and in that matchup, they took on the Minnesota Timberwolves, who feature Anthony Edwards. For those of you, again, who've seen the Netflix documentary, I think it's called The Starting Five, or Ant-Man as he's known, is a prominent figure in that documentary. They easily took down the Thunder 4 games to 1, and they find themselves in the NBA Finals playing for what the American fan base would call the World Championship. So just to go through the OKC Thunder quickly, their best player is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's a point guard who came to the Thunder via trade for Paul George when Paul George went to the Clippers. They have a really strong, deep roster with a lot of young players like Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Lou Dort, the defensive master, and a couple of good deep players like Alex Caruso, who's won the title with the Lakers in the past. So OKC Thunder do come into this matchup as the favorites, and I reckon they have a really, really good chance of winning it all. Okay, that's a wrap on the West. In the next video, we're going to look at the Eastern Conference, and that's the Indiana Pacers. Stay tuned.